Welcome back to more Sip2Tally, and today on the countdown, we're going over our power rankings, and we're at number 4. But before we get into our number 4 ranked team, we want to take you back from number 32 to number 5, and I'll try to do this as speedy as possible. At number 32, the Rams, 31, Lions, 30, Cardinals, 29, Commanders, 28, Panthers, 27, Colts, 26, Patriots, 25, Raiders, 24, Giants, 23, Buccaneers, 22, Texans, 21, Jaguars, 20, Broncos, 19, Titans, 18 Packers, 17 Vikings, 16 Steelers, 15 Falcons, 14 Chargers, 13 Dolphins, 12 Bears, 11 Jets, 10 Seahawks, 9 Browns, 8 Saints, 7 Bengals, 6 Cowboys, 5 Bills, and the number 4 team on the more Sip2Tally power rankings, your Kansas City Chiefs. Now let's get straight into the quarterback room. And we all know that their quarterback is Pat Mahomes. And we know, by far, that Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. Threw for 5,000 yards, 5,250 to be exact. They're the number 1 quarterback room, and it's not even close. Pat could have pretty much anybody behind him as a backup, and it still would be the number 1 quarterback room in the NFL because he's just that much better than everybody else in the league. It's not close. The Chiefs have the number 1 quarterback room to me in the NFL because of Pat. 2-time MVP, 2-time Super Bowl winner. When you think of best quarterbacks in the league, it's Pat Mahomes, then it's everybody else. So he's on a shelf by himself. And, Chad Henne's is back up. Well, Chad Henne's gone. Blaine Gabbert is back up. Shane Bussell. And it really doesn't matter who's behind him. Now, if something happens to him, they're in trouble. But with him in that room, they got a chance in every game, every season. Every season. So the Chiefs, quarterback room is number 1. Now, the room matters to a lot of teams. But in this case, the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes, numero uno. All right, let's go to the running back room. Isaiah Pacheco, Jerry McKinnon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and LaMichael P. Ryan. I have that running back room ranked 16th. Pacheco, a solid burst on the scene, had a great year last year. Finished with 830 yards. He was there, I guess you could say, their power runner. McKinnon had 56 catches, 512 yards. I think 9 touchdowns out of the backfield. So he was kind of the pass catcher out of the backfield for them. Clyde Edwards-Helaire really kind of fell off after being a first-round pick 2 or 3 years ago. Only finished with 302 yards rushing, 151 yards receiving rather. Really kind of failed to be like the extra guy on the team after being a first-round pick. So you got 3 solid guys, no real star. Pacheco, it may be on the verge of being a star, but his role is the runner. McKinnon's role is the receiver. Clyde's role is the extra guy, but he did both in college. So we'll see. But I have their running back room ranked 16th. The wide receiver room. Again, they got rid of Cheetah 2 years ago, Tyreek Hill, and they really didn't replace him with a mega star like he was. They got a group of guys that came together and got the job done. Kadarius Toney showed up at times. Marquez Valdez-Scantling showed up at times. Sky Moore showed up in the Super Bowl. They drafted Rashee Rice from SMU. They're high on him. I was not. They drafted Justin Ross 2 years ago. I think they expecting big things out of him this year. They just got a collection of guys that Pat Mahomes is going to bring up and make them better. I got the receiver room ranked 11. It's a bunch of different personalities that are probably going to be better because they believe in Pat. They're going to play hard. They're going to do what they're told to do because they know if they do what they're told to do, the ball's going to be there. And I'm going to read this stat line to you. Pat threw for 5,250 yards. 5,250 yards. And we're going to get to Kelsey in a minute. Kelsey had, where is it? Kelsey had 1,300 of those, a little over 1,300 of those yards. So that's approximately 3,900 yards they had to go to receivers. None of those receivers has over 1,000 yards. None. Other than Kelsey. So a plethora of guys got a chance to catch the ball. So in my eyes, I'm gonna do whatever Pat tell me to do, as hard as I can, because I got a chance to touch the ball. And I know with Pat back there, we got a chance of winning it all. So any name on this receiver list, I'm going balls to the wall trying to get on this team because I know with Pat at quarterback, we got a chance to win it all. But if I haven't said it, and I think I did, the receiver room is ranked 11. All right, let's go over to the tight ends. And I just mentioned Travis Kelce. And I got that tight end room ranked second. It's Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, Blake Bell, Jody Fortson. Now, Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the NFL, bar none. Noah Gray is average at best. Blake Bell, a little bit below average. But as far as the whole tight end room, I have them ranked second. Again, Travis Kelce is bar none the best tight end in the NFL. But when you do the whole collective room as compared to some other whole collective rooms, I have them ranked second. This is no shot at Travis Kelce. Again, like I just said it, he's the best by far. But when you look at the whole room, I got him second. Noah Gray, Blake Bell, We'll see. And they, you know, those guys don't get the opportunity to show what they got because Kelce gets so much volume. So they could be better than what's been shown. But Travis Kelce gets so much volume that I just don't know what Gray and Bell have. And obviously, Kelce's so good that he deserves the volume. So there it is. But let's go to their O-line. They lost Orlando Brown Jr., so what they have on the O-line is Donovan Smith at left tackle, Joe Tooney, Creed Humphreys. Creed Humphreys is probably the second best center behind Kelce's brother. And they have Jawan Taylor and Trey Smith. I have their O-line ranked fourth. Had they kept Orlando, that might have been a little bit higher. But Tooney, Creed Humphreys, Trey Smith, they get it done in the middle. Their weak link is probably going to be their tackles. But the middle of their O-line is solidified. Big time. They get it done in the middle. Have a little depth with Niang from Seattle, Darian Kennard. So they have depth to go along with what they have up front. So they could afford to lose Orlando. Well, not nobody could afford to lose a tackle of that caliber, but they did, and they ain't gonna be per se hurting, so to speak. So I got them ranked as the fourth best O-line in the NFL. All right, mainly because of their presence up the middle. Slip on over to the defensive side of the ball. They're a base 4-3 team. Up front, George Karlaftis, Derek Nandi, Chris Jones, Charles Aminu. Chris Jones. In my mind, there's a debate with Chris Jones, Jeffrey Simmons. Both local Mississippi guys. Both attended Mississippi State. Both feared defensive tackles. Who's better? Jeffrey Simmons, Chris Jones. But I had the Tennessee Titans as the number 1 defensive line edge group. And so that kind of sparked a little debate of who I thought was better. I think Jeffrey Simmons is better. Not to say Chris Jones sucks. I think Chris Jones is pretty darn good. I just think Simmons has a lot more around him. And when I say a lot more, a boatload more. I think way more of the 3 to 4 other guys around Jeffrey Simmons than I do of the 3 to 4 other guys around Chris Jones. And that's why I have, the Tennessee Titans as the number 1 group. And I have this group ranked 22nd. Got this group ranked 22nd. The George Karlaftis, Derek Nandy, Charles Aminu, I don't have a lot of faith in those guys. I don't. But, and I'll tell you, speak in football terms, Chris Jones commands so much of an offensive line's attention that those guys get a lot of one-on-ones, and they're allowed the opportunity to win one-on-ones and eat, so to speak. So they make plays. They get a chance to make plays because Chris Jones commands so many one-on-ones. And keep in mind, they lost Frank Clark too. Frank Clark was on this defense last year, a big-time edge guy that was able to, when he got him in pass situations to kind of bounce off Chris Jones and do his thing. Moving over to the linebacker position. And when you look at their linebackers, I think of Willie Gay and Nick Bolton. And, speaking of Willie Gay, it kind of takes me back to that Mississippi State. Takes me back to that Mississippi State team again. Willie Gay played with A.J. Brown and those guys. The local guy, Starkville. But him and Nick Bolton are severely underrated. You saw Nick Bolton's impact in the Super Bowl. Both of those guys can run. Both of those guys can cover. Both of those guys can hit. I have their linebacker group ranked number 6. Their linebacker group is ranked number 6 in the NFL. Let's go over to cornerbacks. The cornerback room, by the time they got to the Super Bowl, was just rookies. The rookies, they did what they needed to do. But now they got Snead back, McDuffie. When everybody's healthy, their cornerback room is not bad. It's not bad at all. I have the cornerbacks ranked number 7, ranked 7th. And then you just slide right on over to the safety room. They got Justin Reed, who doubles as a kicker, and Brian Cook. Reed's okay. Reed did a lot of time in Houston, if I'm not mistaken. Cook is a complimentary player, but I think he's a lot better than the safety they used to have. I think he's with the Saints now. I can't think of his name. He was a slow kid. But anyway, I got their safety room ranked 18th. And when you put all their numbers together, they have good offensive numbers, okay defensive numbers. It averages out to 9.6666667, which puts them at 4th on the more Sip2Tally power rankings. And I'll put the individual numbers on the screen at this time. You can pause it. And then you can say, you're too high, too low, you're right, you're wrong at this time, and we'll go from there. Quarterbacks first. No matter who's in that, I could be in that room with Pat Mahomes, and this quarterback room will still be first. Running back 16th. Wide receivers 11th. Tight end, the room, second. Even though Kelsey's the dog of dogs. O-line room, 4th. Let's flip over to the D-line side. 22nd. I believe in Chris Jones. I just don't believe in the other 3 guys. Linebacker room, 6th. Love Nick Bolton and Willie Gay. I love that combination. Cornerback room, 7th. Safety room, 18th. Which makes them a total of 9.66667. And which puts them at 4th on the more Sip2Tally power rankings. We got 3 more to go. 1, 2, 3. Who's the top 3? Put it in the comment section. Who's your top 3? In what order do you have them? We only got 3 teams left. And I appreciate everybody for rocking with us for right at a month. I thank everybody that's been here for the premieres. And even if you've watched them on the back end, I just want to say thank you. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. If you have not liked the video, please like the video. And if you've been here for all these videos and have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Hit that bell so you can be notified when the final 3 premiere. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.